Hey guys, welcome back to the Ready for More podcast. Mark is on assignment at an undisclosed location, so I'm flying solo today. What's one of the dumbest things you did in your 20s that your body is still charging you for today? For a lot of people, that would look like maxing out because somebody's watching, grinding ugly reps to prove something, training to failure like your life depended on it, ignoring pain because no pain, no gain. And then you just blink and poof, you're in your 40s. In your 40s, things take a lot more effort. Simple things like reaching overhead can feel like torture. Your lower back feels like one wrong twist away from a spasm. And your knees, they just move like rusty hinges that haven't been oiled in years. And that's when people start telling themselves the same safe story. I'm just old. But the truth is, you're older, but you're not old. You're just dealing with the reality most people never planned for. In your 40s, your recovery margin is smaller. Work and family stress, less sleep, less time. That means less room for error. But here's the trap. Your training usually does not adjust. You're still training like you're 25, and that's how recovery debt starts piling up, quietly, session by session. Not just one big injury, it comes in installments. A little shoulder irritation, a little back tightness, a little knee ache, until that becomes your new normal. So today I'm going to show you how to lift after 40 so you stay strong, athletic, lean, and capable without ego lifting and without giving up results. After 40, you can still build muscle and get strong, but you don't accidentally just stay in shape anymore. Recovery is slower, stress hits harder, and any dumb decisions you make cost way more. So the question changes. It's not, can you survive this workout? It's, can I recover fast enough to train again and again and again? Because the real secret isn't intensity, it is consistency. Now, let's talk about the biggest recovery debt builder, training to failure. That is when clean reps turn into grinders, you start stacking systemic fatigue. Sleep quality starts to take a hit. Your joints get cranky, your motivation drops, and everything feels heavier than it should. When that happens, you need more days to recover and sometimes a whole week just to feel normal again. So here's a couple of things you can do to offset that. You're going to make a couple swaps for the 4 main movement patterns. So that's going to be push, pull, hinge, and lastly we're going to touch on intensity. All right, so swap number 1, push. If the barbell bench feels great on your shoulders, fantastic. But for most people after 40, a heavy bench doesn't feel right and causes shoulder pain. So what we're going to do, we're going to swap it to joint-friendly pressings like a dumbbell press, a neutral grip machine press, any landmine press, a loaded push-up, if it feels good on your shoulder. So a rule of thumb, if you feel pain in the front of your shoulder, let's just swap it. Swap number 2, pull. If you're doing any row variation and you start feeling it more in your lower back, then just switch to a supported version. All right, so stuff like a chest supported row, a seated cable row, one arm row supported on a bench or a rack, pull-ups or assisted pull-ups, if your shoulders tolerate them. Rule of thumb, if you feel the rows in your lower back, just swap it. Get some support. All right, third swap is the hinge. Conventional deadlifts are great if you are competing or you are young and that is the version you were taught. But for me and most of my clients over 40, it's usually not worth the extra stress they put on the lower back. So instead of a conventional deadlift, let's swap it to stuff like a trap bar deadlift, a Romanian deadlift or RDL, a blocked pull, so anything elevated, heavy swings with rock solid technique. Rule of thumb, if your lower back is the limiting factor and you don't feel it in your hamstring or your glutes, let us swap it. All right, swap number 4, any knee bend, so a squat or anything like that. So the barbell back squats demands a lot of shoulder mobility and upper back tolerance, and they come with a lot of spinal loading. After 40, loading on your spine that heavy often isn't, it's not worth the trade-off. So what we're going to do, we're going to swap it with things like a safety bar squat, front squat, if that feels great on you, or any split squat variation, rear foot elevated variation, or Bulgarian split squat. Leg press, yep, that counts if it is pain-free. All right, so a rule of thumb. If the barbell squat doesn't feel good on your shoulders, elbows, hips, and lower back, it's usually not you, it's the variation. So just swap it to one of the variations we spoke about. All right, the last swap is intensity. After 40, we don't want to live in the 10 RPE. You want to live in like the 7 to 8 most of the days. You want to train with intensity, not so much intensity it breaks you. The goal is to repeat for years on end. After 40, the goal isn't to win the workout, it's to win the next decade. So here's the simple action plan for this week. All right, step number 1. Stop 1 or 2 reps short of failure on your main lifts. No grinders, no ugly reps. Step number 2. You're going to choose a variation that is easy on your joints and lower back, especially the supported options for the big 4 lifts. Step number 3. You're going to watch the signs of the recovery debt. Pause. If sleep drops, your joints ache, and you don't have much motivation, don't push harder. Adjust the plan. We're training for longevity after 40. High stimulus, low fatigue, so you can recover fast, stay consistent, and keep progressing. Ego lifting was fun in your 20s. When you recover was basically instant. But after 40, recovery takes way longer, and the margin of error gets smaller. So, we're going to switch the goal to longevity training so you still feel athletic, strong, and ready for whatever life throws at you. And remember, strength is for everybody, especially the body that chooses sustainable excellence. So, if you want the exact after 40 framework we use, comment ready and we'll send you a free Lift After 40 framework you can plug into your training right today. Alright guys, thanks for watching this week's episode, and if you haven't already, like, subscribe and share. And we'll catch you next week.